Call hello, Yahweh, Bashim Yahshua, Bashim Dash, double honors to the elders and apostles, great millstone over well. I am not a member, however, I have entered into that labors. Peace and mercy to the sincere brothers and sisters doing this wherever you are, whatever your lot may be. Shabbat Shalom as well. I'm going to take a page out of Elder Malcolm's book here and say whenever I love seeing the pale male with an actual white shirt on, and you can see the contrast of the pink or version or variant of red of their skin compared to the white shirt. And furthermore, whenever you see a bald-faced Edomite with with the tie on, suit and tie on, and they're in a position of authority such as this, be prepared for lies, a denial of any type of truth or fault, any accountability, anything that has to do with being just and being upright. Why Habakkuk 2:5 tells you. Okay, and we'll get that in a minute. What I want to do is let this play. Well, you know what? We get it all the time. I'm going to read it again. We're going to pull it up again. Hold on. I don't want to come off this page because now the TikTok app refreshes as soon as you leave it. So this is straight to the point here before we go. All right, this is Habakkuk 2:5. Yea, also because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlarges his desire as hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied. But gather unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. If we go up a verse, behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him. All right, but what? The just shall live by faith. These are unjust. They are polar opposite, clean contrary. They have faith in their wickedness, but nothing. They have faith in their own belly. Let their strength be their guide, right? As it says, and I believe that's Ecclesiastes. No, it's Wisdom of Solomon. If you Google that or type it in, just say, "Let our strength be our guide." It also goes into him being clean, contrary to us. That's the wicked speaking about the righteous. But here we go. And we'll pause in between time. But he kind of told on himself. He revealed his hand. That's how dumb these Edomites are, and they are that dumb. Even in the corporate world, everywhere you go, they are that dumb. Majority unqualified to be in the position that they're in. All right, they are the real DEIs, if you want to use it in that definition. So here we go. Oh, I did say he told on himself, but you'll see why. All right, because it's all about economic and commerce. You just told your enemy that the only thing that makes you move is money.
To the UN. The UN was supposed to be a place where you could peacefully resolve global conflict. Right now you have a country who is unlawfully, criminally, and illegally taking possession of an international waterway and blowing up commercial vessels and putting mines in the water. I don't know if people appreciate how outrageous this is, how unacceptable.
What they're mad about is they can't control it. They can't put mines in the water. They can't shut people out.
It is that any country would fire and try to sink commercial vessels or put mines in the water. Both of these things are illegal. And so we're going to take it to the UN, and we're going to give it another chance to be a forum in which we're not even asking people to commit troops to the region and help blow up the Iranian boats. All we're asking them to do is to condemn it, to call on Iran to stop blowing ships, to remove these mines, and to allow humanitarian relief to come through, because there's humanitarian aid that's trapped. That's it. This is
and humanitarian, by the way, not commercial, but and some humanitarian. Why would you take something to the UN? If anybody we understand who needs to be condemned. All right, never any accountability. They're worried about commercial ships. But who double tapped with Tomahawk missiles a little girl's school? Who keeps targeting civilian infrastructure while having peace negotiations, quote unquote peace negotiations? That's how these devils get down, boy.
Very modest request. And if you're telling me that the international community and hundreds of countries cannot rally behind that, then I don't know what the utility of the UN system is, if it can't even solve something as straightforward as that. And I think to both the Chinese and the Russians, I would argue and have argued that it is in their interest for that resolution to pass and for pressure to be brought on Iran, because it is in their interest not to see international waterways, including the Straits of Hormuz, be closed down and cause economic chaos to dozens and dozens of countries around the world. A cost needs to be imposed on Iran for what they are doing. Otherwise, if they get away with this, guys, if they get away with pulling this thing off without paying a price for it and backing down, you're going to see multiple places around the world where other countries are going to be tempted to do the same. This is unacceptable.
There you have it. Other countries will think it's okay to be sovereign and operate within their right. Operate not only within their right, but operate within their own realm with whom they choose to do so. We can't have that. We are supposed to be on top. Job 9:24 says we have the earth, control of the earth. So we cannot allow this to be the example set. We cannot allow people to think that what belongs to them actually belongs to them, that they can stand up for themselves. This is Job 20:5, and it's quite a bit. There's a lot in here that I want to get. I think all the way up until about the 16th verse, right? But I have it joined here. Not only I have the NLT and the KJV side by side. God dang it! Split it again. There we go. Okay, so we'll start at verse 5. All right, the triumphing of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite is but for a moment. Though his excellency mount up to the heavens, and his head reach unto the clouds, yet he shall perish forever like his own dung. They which have seen him shall say, where is he? So they have a very short time here, right? And the book of Revelations tells you that, right? Once they were loosed out of those caves, out of his prison, they were going forth to deceive the nations, but it was a very short season. I mean, at least according to the laws of the heavens, right? It felt for like forever down here, where time is relevant. Okay, he shall fly away as a dream and shall not be found. Yea, he shall be chased away as a vision of the night. And I'm going to skip down a little bit here. Let's see. Do I want 11 or 10? His children. I'm going to read 10 in the NLT. His children shall seek to please the poor. And no, I needed this one in the NLT. Okay, here we go. Salaki. 10. Their children will beg from the poor, and they must give back their stolen riches. They will. I'm going to skip down a little bit here. Job 20:12 in the NLT. They enjoy the sweet taste of wickedness, letting it melt under their tongue. They savor it, holding it long in their mouths, but suddenly the food in their bellies turns sour, a poisonous venom in their stomach. They will vomit the wealth they swallowed. Yahweh won't let them keep it down. All right, so they will seem like they will prosper. All right, they will seem like they have perfected their enterprise, and then boom, here comes Yahweh Shai to snatch everything up, and they will vomit everything up. It just, for a moment, it will seem as if they won, and the new norm will be a complete and an even worse hell than what we already live, right? Okay, let me let him finish, and then we'll get some more out of Job. I think. Let me see. He shall not see rivers. Job 20:18. I'm going to read this in the KJV. That which he labored for shall he restore, and shall not swallow it down. According to his substance shall the restitution be, and he shall not rejoice therein. All right, and what it reads in the NLT, they will give back everything they worked for, which is not, they didn't work. Their wealth will bring them no joy. For they oppressed the poor and left them destitute. They foreclosed on their... Well, what's crazy is that's what's happening in New York. They are making deeds false. Right? They are falsifying deeds, and then people who have paid off mortgages lose their home. Or some who don't have paid off mortgages, like they're paid up on time, but I don't know. They doing something wicked with the books. Okay, you gotta look into that. That ain't the point of this.
again, I want to reiterate the point. We keep arguing back and forth about the war and the shooting and this and that or the other. These guys have shut down an international waterway. The Straits of Hormuz do not belong to Iran. They don't have a right to shut it down and blow up ships and lay mines. And that's what they've done. That needs to be addressed. Otherwise, and it cannot be normalized under no circumstances. Can we live in a world where we accept, okay, this is normal. You have to coordinate with Iran. You have to pay them a toll in order to go through the Straits of Hormuz. Not only is that unacceptable in the Straits, you're creating a precedent that could be repeated in multiple other places around the world. The whole world should join us in this condemnation.
They're only mad because they didn't do it first. They weren't able to get control of it first. And why should the whole world join in on... And we're just speaking as if, this thing wasn't planned by, the puppet masters. But why should the world join in when everyone can see, right? Because the scriptures tell you he's been made bare. He definitely has been made bare. Now, nobody's looking for, looking at him like he's, all that in the bag of chips anymore. The 50s and 60s are over. Everybody sees you for who and what you are. So, no, the world is not going to join in. Why? Anything but be fair. And also, even if the strait doesn't belong to them, you see, they never admit everything that they've done. Why Iran is in the predicament that they are in the first place, or why every other nation that has an Independence Day from either Britain or the little horn that came, the 7th that is of the 8th. I'm sorry, the 8th that is of the 7th. All right, why everybody has Independence Days from these people. Interesting. The world's greatest hypocrite. This is Job 27 and 8. We'll start with 7 because the subtitle is The State of the Godless. Let mine enemy be as the wicked, and he that riseth up against me as the unrighteous. For what is the hope of the hypocrite, though he hath gained when God taketh away? Let me start that. For what is the hope of the hypocrite, though he hath gained when Yahweh take away his soul? So I'll read that in the NLT. For what hope does the godless have when God cuts them off and takes away their life? I'm going to continue on in the NLT. Will God listen to their cry when trouble comes upon them? Right? But Baal is not listening. Or he will, he ain't answering as quickly anymore, right? Baal is confounded. Marduk is tore, roughly paraphrased, you know what I'm saying? That's what we seeing here. Verse 10, can they take delight in the Almighty? Can they call to Yahweh at any time? Absolutely not. Jacob have I loved, Esau have I hated. I will teach you about Yahweh's power. I will not conceal anything concerning the Almighty. Let me skip down to 13. This is what the wicked will receive from God. This is their inheritance from the Almighty. They may have children, but the children will die in war or starve to death. Those who survive will die of a plague, and not even their widows will mourn them. And as you can see, as their tongues fall upon themselves, the main ones are their own women. So we're wrapping this thing up, but as it wraps up, as this dog gets back into a current corner further and further, he's gonna bear more and more teeth, and the true nature, is gonna come. It's gonna be Katrina, but everywhere. So again, as I always say in the video I did before, and the one before that, and the one before that, continue to be prayed up, continue to be repentant, continue to seek the Lord while he may be found, okay, being under the proper vibration, all right, and so that you may be heard when you pray, because it's all cool. It's cool now, right? Food is still on the shelf, and you can still kind of wiggle or whatever, but all of this, things are going to start, the squeeze is going to get tighter, little by little. So I pray that mercy is bestowed upon you and your family. I'm speaking to the sincere, and that the Lord covers you and keeps you and everybody that you love. Shalom.